Hey, I'm Christy Semsen. Today's question is, how far into your rehearsals do you have auditions? And how do you structure your auditions? I know all of us do this a little bit differently. I think it's very important to have your auditions fairly soon. And the reason for this is because you want your kids to begin memorizing as soon as possible. You also want, so for anyone, a soloist, a drama person, you want them to be practicing as soon as possible. Now, don't do it right away because on the first day, they don't know what part they like. So you want them to be familiar enough to be able to do a good job. So say I had a kickoff and then the next week I had auditions. You can do that if you have to. I would wait a little bit longer because you want to drum up enthusiasm. You want to make sure everybody knows what parts are available, give them a chance to go home and practice it on their own, to work things up with a partner, whatever they want to do to really decide which part they want. And as a note, do your drama auditions and your solo auditions at the same time. I mean, not at the exact same time, but for me, I try to give everybody that auditions something, even if it's a part I've made up, like a group of townspeople or something. But to know where everybody fits, I need to see who's a great soloist, who's a great actor, and if they're a great soloist and a great actor, where am I going to put them, stuff like that. So doing those at the same time helps you to be able to really divvy out the parts. So I would say if you have a 10-week rehearsal period, which that's what I have. A lot of you probably have maybe 16 weeks. If you have 16 weeks, I would do it maybe after the 4th week. If you have 10, I would do it maybe the same after the 3rd week. Give you a few weeks to drum up excitement, get them familiar with the musical, and then audition right away. Then you can start having some practices with some of your lead characters separate from the group to get them familiar and then start them memorizing. So they are completely ready to go in the last few weeks. Now, how do you structure your auditions? I have time slots in 5-minute increments, which I have people sign up for. And then before rehearsal, I have them come in 5-minute slots. If you're really organized, you can pick out like 2 lines for each character and have them choose which one they want to do ahead of time. They can practice those 2 lines. Or if you're more loosey-goosey like I sometimes am, I say, find a part you like and pick a line that you really think shows that character, or pick a page and then come in and read it for me. So I kind of like to do that. Or you can be more structured and say, for the part of Clarissa, this line. For the part of Joseph, this line. Or 2 lines, something like that. So you can be super prepared, or you can kind of do it on the fly. Have audition sheets where they can write down what part is their favorite in order of preference. So I have a list of all the roles, and they have their name, their phone number, and then their grade, and what part is their favorite. Number 1, I really want this part. Number 2, this would be my 2nd choice. Number 3, this would be my 3rd choice. And then it's important to have a part that they sign that says, I will commit to being at all rehearsals, blah, blah, blah. I understand that if I'm not, my part may have to be given away unless it's an emergency. Or you can say that on the audition sheet. Better yet, have those practices put on the audition sheet. So they know that there is a separate practice on this Tuesday, this Saturday, and this Friday, all in the month of April or something, so that their parents can look at it and say if they're available or not. The more information you can give the auditioners, the better. So I have them come in, 5 minutes, then we have judges. I pick people, staff people to judge. We all write down what we think. And then we compare our scores and pick who gets the parts. So that's kind of the individual audition. You can also have kids audition in front of a whole group, which I used to do it in an actual rehearsal. That's how I do my solo auditions. I have them line up, if they're interested in the solo, down the center aisle, and then they just come up and do it one at a time. They sing the snippet, they go to the back, we clap, another snippet, go to the back of the line, and we clap, and we just do it really fast, but then everybody gets to be considered for all the solos that they want. So it's kind of crazy, but I like to be able to do part of it private and part of it in front of people so that the parents can hear who's really good and know that we're not just playing favorites. You could do it all private if you want, but sometimes doing a mass group thing helps kids know how to applaud for other kids and see that everybody's nervous, but everybody's doing a great job, and then they can all support each other too. And they can gain encouragement and courage from hearing their friends audition as well. So that's it for today. Keep those questions coming, and I'll talk to you next time.